Hello and welcome to this very simple Splitgate guide where I, Kaizen, show you how to escape the bottom of every map. Now if you're like me when you first started playing Splitgate, you might have thought the devs were just trolling us by adding a certain feature in certain maps where once you're at the bottom of it, you just can't get out. But I can attest, even though they love to meme around and clap back on Twitter and Instagram, the devs are not trolling that hard. We're going to be going over 7 maps. If you want to skip around, I'll leave the timestamps in the description box down below. So feel free to like this video if you find it any helpful, as well as subscribe. But yeah, let's begin with Highwind. So for Highwind, these little areas are going to be your best friend for getting out of the bottom of this map. So this little area, I'm just going to call them lily pads just because they remind me of lily pads, even though I'm sure that's not the correct meaning. But when you're on this pad, you want to hit this area right here as one option. And you can also hit the bridge up here as well. If you want to hit it. But be careful when you're on the bridge because like it's very narrow and you can mess up. Very unlikely that you'll mess up, but it's possible. And then here's another one, which is very kind of it's a portal angle if you want to just land again on the bridge over here. So for that lily pad, you have that many options. For the next one, we're gonna go to this one right here as well. You can hit that one. You can hit your portal there as well as there and here. And then you can also hit that pad right there if you want. There may be more than one area for you to hit, but these are the ones that I just know. So just keep on the lookout. I don't know everything. On this little pad, you can hit this again, that, and then for the final one, you can go over here. Of course, this one's like just right there. It's a no-duh. You can also hit that one. And you can also hit that portal too on Highwind. Interesting thing about this one is that if you hit this area, you can easily rotate to the sniper. It just requires you to like aim really correctly. And then like the second time you go through here, you want to build up momentum. And then when you go through there, you want to hit that portal right there. And then you'll get up here to the sniper. So you started off as a 0 all the way at the bottom, helpless, and now you became a hero over here, just sniping everywhere, having a good angle on everything, and a good chunk of the map, I should say, having good angles on the map. And the next map, Olympus, is a little bit more tricky. I'll show you guys why shortly. Now, like I said, Olympus is a little bit tricky. It's not the most obvious thing ever. I know in the last video I was like, just look up and you'll be able to find. You have 2 options in Olympus. Basically, you have a safe version that's like pretty much practical, and I don't want to say it's the correct way, because what does it mean to like play a certain correct way, right? If you want to be creative, you can be creative, but like I said, you want to look up and you'd be like, hey Kaizen, I'm looking up, I can't find any portals to place out. Well, did you try looking upper? So yeah, these little areas right here, if you look up, that's a portal for you to use. To aim at the outer ring of this platform, just because like there's a glass behind here. So even if you shoot, it's not going through because there's glass in the way blocking it. You see, this is where the rocket launcher spawns. So there's glass blocking it. So you have to hit it somewhat in a narrow area just because of the way it's built that way. So you have to look all the way up. And you also have to be careful, right? I landed here perfectly, but sometimes if you're like landing, you may like miss it and just go right straight through like that, you see? So you gotta be like careful sometimes. But like I said, like if you miss it though, this platform right here will catch you. But now here's like here's one way that's kind of like, it's kind of goofy. You gotta be careful, you know? Like you could hit this pad, right? And like I said, you gotta be careful and whatnot. You see, like I got scared, but so yeah, like I said, it's very scary and terrifying to do it because you can like honestly mess up a lot more. So like when you get here, you want to place another portal over there and then just go through here. Like I said, it's not ideal. It's not ideal at all. That's one thing I'll say. This method is not ideal. I don't recommend this for most people. Let's choose a safer area, because I almost fell off that platform. Like I said, it's not the most safest, but if you're feeling a little
5 minutes remaining.
Thank you, announcer, I appreciate you. But if you're feeling a little gutsy and you want to be like a little, if you want to live life on the edge is what I'm trying to say, then you can go for that way. I don't recommend it. Like I've died a couple of times just doing that, just because I was like, I'm bored, let me do something cheeky. Or maybe sometimes like when you want to like spawn up there's someone like already here, right? Let's say there's someone already here and you're like, I don't want to just jump down and then like have a fight. I want to go somewhere safe. That's another reason, or another option that you have basically to do that if you choose so. But yeah, off to the next new map of the season. Now we're at the bottom of the newest map added to Splitgate Season 0. And I was debating if I should even add this. Basically, if you find yourself at the bottom of this map, you just look up and then, whoa, look at that. You got options for days. Like, this is pretty clear cut, honestly. Just look up. Same here thing with here. You have that as an option. You might want to build up some momentum so you can escape and whatnot. And then, yeah, it's pretty clear cut, this new map. But there is an interesting way where you can, like, go from the bottom all the way to the top to grab the railgun that's up there. You have that as an option. But yeah, you see this area is pretty cut and dry, you know. There's nothing too fancy about this. Like, you even hit the side of there, the side of there. Basically, I recommend if you do land here, you want to go either on that side or that side, because you just have more options to like portal, areas for you to portal basically. But yeah, like I was saying, you have an option to go from 0 to a hero and grab the railgun by just like with a mix of building momentum and whatnot. So you want to go here and then jump pretty much, and then you want to do it again, and then voila, you are a hero. 0 to a hero. And I don't recommend standing here once you get the railgun, like, because like, yes, you have so many angles, right? You can just shoot anyone from that area, but guess what? If you can see people anywhere, that means people can see you from anywhere on the map. They can see you here as well. So if you're just standing there, you're kind of an easy target. So I don't recommend like standing there once you get the railgun, but that's not the point of this video. But yeah, off to the next map, I believe is going to be Abyss. Now we're at the bottom of Abyss, and yeah, Abyss is kind of like clear cut too. You just look up and then boom, you have safety, right? Same thing with going on this other side as well. You have safety and whatnot. Boom, boom, boom. Just look up and you should be a-okay to get out of the Abyss. But just make sure if you do find yourself falling in the Abyss, make sure you hit these pads, these landing pads, or I don't even know, platforms. Let's call them platforms. Yeah, make sure you hit these platforms, because despite us being like wearing like suits that look like they're good enough to handle the conditions of outer space, the second we hit the water, we're just donezo. So be careful, obviously. If you're gonna land anywhere, land on the platforms. But yeah, off to the next match, which will be Lava Well. I have a quick little tip for Lava Well. Now, Abyss is another tricky map, whereas like if you just look up, sometimes where you're supposed to go isn't the most obvious, right? If you're looking up, you're like, oh no, I'm looking up, I've fallen and I can't get up. There's no option, right? And like the one tip that I got for Lava Well is a pretty simple tip. Basically, you want to be standing as close as possible to this rocket launcher and then look the other way. These are going to be your friends. Those are the only two ways that I discovered as to how you're going to get out of the bottom of Lava Well. So if you're ever standing up and you see that you're near the SMG, you've messed up. You done messed up. So yeah, so you want to be as close as possible to the rocket launcher, and then bada bing, bada boom, you're a-okay and you can escape. You're off to the next one, which I believe is Crag. So if you find yourself at the bottom of Crag, you have two options. One, you want to find this little red looking structure, stand at the back of it and then look up. Real simple, right? That's how you can get out of Crag. But there's another small little portal angle that some people might not know about. You want to stand like near around this area of the waterfall, look up, and then you have that little portal angle that you can hit right there. And those are your two ways that I know of you can get out of the bottom of Crag. Crag is actually pretty fun because it's like you can use that downward momentum that you just saw to just like fly like crazy across this map. It's actually kind of bonkers what you can do on this map. It's actually quite bonkers. I enjoy it. So you could just fly across. I've seen people do that to me, and you could just do a lot of banana stuff. I like Crag. Crag is one of my favorite maps, especially for shoddy snipers. But yeah, we're gonna go to our last map, Forgone Destruction. That's also pretty simple, but there's also another way to get out of the bottom of Forgone Destruction that I'm pretty sure the devs don't even know about. So we're at the bottom of Forgone Destruction, and like I said, Forgone Destruction is pretty cut and dry. Boom, boom. Crazy, I know, right? But like I said, there's another way to get out of Forgone Destruction. Again, I don't recommend it, but I'm pretty sure the devs didn't even mean to like for you to do this way. And I honestly say, if you do it this way, you might be playing the wrong kind of game if you don't want to like hit the portals. But I explain a little bit later. You can embrace your inner Spider-Man by climbing these structures at the side, right? Once you're at the middle right here, you can just climb along these rocks like so. Like I said, I don't really recommend it this way. And if you're choosing to go this way, this route, you might be playing the wrong game if you just don't want to hit the portals. You know, just hit that portal and then there you get there same way. Just something I wanted to share with you guys. And yes, I know it's the end of the video, but hey, if you like if this helped you, hit me with a like. You know, my Splitgate content hasn't been doing so hot compared to my Spellbreak content. And if you guys like this kind of stuff, I continue to make Splitgate content. If not, then I'll just stream Splitgate whenever I want to. But yeah, till next time, I'll see you guys later. Stay safe. Kaizen out.